I'm going to the store, Joey. My mom grabbed her coat as she spoke, already halfway to the door. You know the rules. Don't answer the door for anyone. I'll be back by 6. I nodded, barely looking away from the TV. I had just turned 10 a few months earlier, and this was only the second time my mom felt comfortable leaving me home alone. I loved the freedom, the quiet, the uninterrupted TV, the feeling that I was grown enough to be trusted. Still, before she left, she gave me the same long speech she always did. She warned me about bad men, about how they watched houses waiting for parents to leave, about how they'd knock, pretending to be someone harmless, and when you opened the door, they'd grab you, kidnap you, or worse. So no matter what anyone says through that door, she said, kneeling in front of me, gripping my shoulders, you do not open it. Do you understand me, Joey? Yeah, Mom, I said. I didn't really listen. No one ever came to our house, especially not after the recent snowstorm. The streets were buried, silent. I couldn't imagine anyone being out there. The door closed behind her, and I went right back to the TV. About an hour later, during a commercial break, I ran to the bathroom, trying not to miss my show. That's when the doorbell rang. I froze. Then I remembered my mom's words, "Do not answer the door." I hurried into the bathroom. As I stood there, the doorbell rang again. I ignored it. When I turned on the sink, the knocking started. 3 hard knocks. A pause. 3 more. They really want someone to answer. Panic crept in, but I tried to calm myself. As long as I didn't open the door, I'd be safe. I went back to the couch. The knocking continued. My thoughts spiraled. What if he breaks a window? What if he waits for Mom to come home? Another set of knocks made my legs shake. To the left of the door was a tall window, the blinds shut tight. I stared at it. I had to know. Slowly, I walked toward the door. My heart hammered as I inched toward the window and carefully parted the blinds. Standing outside was Gary, the neighborhood mailman. Relief washed over me. He noticed me, smiled, and waved. I hesitated at the lock. Mom said anyone, but she trusted Gary. She baked him cookies. He was just doing his job. I unlocked the door. Cold air rushed in as Gary smiled down at me. "Hey, Joey," he said. "I've got a letter for your mom. I was told to deliver it directly." He pulled out a small white envelope. "This is important," he said. "Don't lose it." I reached for it. The envelope slipped from his hand and fell to the floor. His hand didn't stop. He reached past it, toward me. His thumb pressed against my forehead. He looked into my eyes, and everything went black. I jolted awake in my bed, gasping. My room was quiet. It was a dream, I told myself, but it felt too real. I checked the clock. 7 a.m. I ran to the kitchen. My mom was cooking breakfast. "How long was I asleep?" I asked. "Since about 9 last night," she said. "Why?" "When did you get back from the store?" 6. Joey, are you okay?" I sat down, my head spinning. "What was I doing when you came home?" "Watching TV," she said slowly. "You're worrying me." She set a plate of food in front of me. I couldn't eat. "Joey," she said, her voice low and tight. "Look at me." She held my face, studying my eyes. "Who did you let into the house?" I froze. "Joey," she said again, "who did you let in?" I thought he was the mailman," I whispered. She stepped back sharply, her face draining of color. "The mailman?" she said. Her hands began to shake. "You never should have opened the door," she said, barely above a whisper. I started to cry. "I'm sorry, I didn't know." She turned away from me, pressing her hands to the counter, breathing hard. "You never should have let them in, Joey," she said. Then, without turning around, "You never should have let me in." Thanks for watching. If this story got under your skin, leave a like and subscribe to keep the nightmares coming. I'll see you in the next one.